much more comfortable after that fact.
Yep, certainly was, and had a good game there in the skirmishes as OMG did go on to win the first one. We have swap sides now, as we are seeing bans almost done actually. Gangplank, Lissandra, and Rise there for OMG, and Corky is going to get banned away. Smart one there with Time Kench and one more to join. It's actually Lulu. That'll be the final ban from IG.
And all the teams actually banning Rise on the blue side today, I believe, which is a little bit of a change-up. It was only RNG that banned on the red side. So 3 blue side Rise bans.
Well, nobody still wants to play against Rise. That much we know. As Poppy going to get picked up there for OMG this time around. So going to deny that one away from Zatai. And I wonder where it's going. Xiang, it's going to be a different pick for him. He's been all in on the tanks with that Nautilus top. So if it is his champion, going to have to show something a bit different here.
I believe he had 1 game on it against RNG, which he did lose. It hasn't been 5's champion yet picked up, but I'm sure he can play it down there. Good to see OMG sticking with a winning roster this time around, not subbing anyone out.
It's true. No emergency subs this time.
And you know, got to give some more credit to Shi Young, because was having a look, and apparently he's responsible for being pretty vocal on the team at the moment. So like to see that in a young player, stepping up and filling those leadership roles.
I did say that he's one of the more experienced players on the team. That was not a joke. So not too surprising to see the now starting top laner for the team be a little bit more vocal. Xuan, will instantly hover that Lee Sin. And Icon might even take that LeBlanc away from Rookie. That would be stab right in the kidney.
I hope Rookie takes the Zed.
That would be quite fun. But OMG, at least, considering these picks, Icon, if nothing else, is having a bit of fun.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's got a bit of swagger about him. I really like that in mid laners. Mid lane seems to be one of the more confident base roles. Mid lane, and you got to say AD carry because you have people like Imp running around, but if you have confidence as a mid laner, it certainly takes you pretty far.
It can, and you can see that OMG are going to stick to some of what they did in game 1 and go for comfort. With Graves taken away, Shrung will take Lee Sin, as Five's going to get his Thresh, but there's Fiora for Zatai, so probably fancies himself to Poppy matchup.
Talk about no hesitation on picks. Wow, that was quick.
And Callista as well, as Invictus Gaming, really giving the other team time to think with those picks.
And this is one thing I really want to go towards. The fact that there was not a Callista in the last game, that it was going to be that Ezreal pickup for time. I feel like they wanted to try and trick and flex pick that one. But he's really known for his Callista. I feel like every single time it's up until teams start banning it against him again. Like, people have even said he's a one-trick pony, Callista.
Yep.
I'm expecting him to pick it like 90% of his games.
Well, he's got it this game, but I like this pick here from OMG. Misfortune once again for SMLZ, but Ari once again into Rookie. Picking some of his signature champions. Again, Rookie has plenty of champions he is known for, but you have to look at, I think, Ari, LeBlanc, Yasuo, and Zed. Those very flashy champions are some he's really known for. So, going to be throwing the gauntlet down once again, you have to think. As Rookie might just say, you know what, I'm confident in my LeBlanc, I'll just take it again.
Yeah, and you know, there was a couple of changes that we made to Ari. She no longer can channel her ult altogether. It used to be like instantaneous. You used to be able to dash, dash, dash. There's now about a 0.4, 0.5 second delay in between those ones. So there is a little bit more window for counter players. It's actually what made Zed win the matchup outright when we made that change. Because all of a sudden you could wait for the first one, dodge the charm, and just all in Ari, and you actually had windows to be able to hit her, which was a welcome change because she was really frustrating. Oppressive even in the mid lane. But it will be the Ari into LeBlanc, and this isn't an outright counter pick. Lane can definitely go either way, especially if Ari is able to get rolling. So I'll be interested to see if Icon can have another good performance.
Yeah, it's sort of another skill matchup, but I think the spirit of the champion is the same. Like, Ari is a little safer as a blind pick, so it kind of makes sense why you take that over Zed. But again, lots of mobility, good CC, good lockdown. OMG, I have to think it's going to play the exact same way.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. And this time around, you know, we were talking about the fact that they had an all-in team comp. You didn't necessarily want to fight them in the jungle. Throw a Misfortune instead of a Corky in there. It's just as devastating. And we'll see whether one more time IG are able to, I guess, keep up in the laning phase. But it was those team fights that hurt them.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be Zatai. He had a couple of misplays there in the first game.
His teleports just weren't on point.
Yeah, had a hard carry champion, though, in this game. So he's going to have to really pull those pants up high and get aggressive here. And IG in general going to have to clean some stuff up here because OMG, when they got ahead, they just had a run of the game.
They certainly did, and you saw that big grin on Icon's face. He's still feeling confident about this one. I really am looking forward to seeing that mid lane matchup.
Well, let's see if we can take that confidence with him into our next game. We're going to get onto the Rift again. And here we are for what could be our final game of the evening. OMG, can they pick up a win? And in 2-0 fashion against Invictus Gaming would be a win indeed. You can see Icon. Oh, look at him. I thought he was going to go straight in for the auto attack. But he's actually baiting Rookie. I think they found Kid. He's going to force the flash. Graves gets ignited down as well. That's 5's ignite that got used there. But once again, aggressive 4-5-man start here for OMG. And they're going to get the ward as well.
Yeah, that was not great out of Kid walking into, I guess, the whole team. He kind of knew that they were there because of how aggressive Icon was being. As they get another ward.
Ward genocide today. There's a Xiong and 5 pick of a CS each.
That's 20 gold.
Yeah.
Open mid.
It's done. Back it up. As OMG are going to get the first few CS on the board. Minions ready though. And looks like SMLZ is going to wander towards the bottom lane. Looks like standard lanes for this one. As OMG were just getting aggressive around the jungle for some fun, but I like this. Oh, never mind, that's actually their own jungle. Is warded though. Invictus Gaming are going to see where Schwan is starting.
Yeah, and this should be a very quick jungle for Lee Sin. Once again, Elise and Lee Sin are the two champions I like against Graves just because they stay equally as healthy in the jungle. First clear, very important for these junglers. And you see that Lee Sin, he's going to go low here, but with the 2 potions, with his W, will be very healthy. This is also the other thing. You get to skip blue buffs, which are really handy because blue buff hits you really hard and doesn't really give you much of a return.
Yep, it's going to go to Wolves instead and probably donate that one early. So Icon has seen a lot of that play from Lee Sin. And down in the bottom lane, Misfortune again. It's never mind. Icon going straight in onto Rookie. And again, the panache we saw in game 1 is definitely here. Maybe even being amplified after the confidence. Starting to get aggressive here. Rookie there is level 2. Probably going to just put him in his place.
Yeah, you can see he stands on the most forward minion at all times, Rookie. Looking for that window to trade with his LeBlanc. Not taking stray turret shots this time around. Understands that Icon means business. And dead even in the mid lane.
You can see him landing the Q as well. Does look for the window, does find the distortion. That was a charm, I believe, from Icon as the time.
Oh, the tide's going here.
But vitals are here. Oh, Repost is there for the slow.
I actually can't believe he didn't go in. When you get the riposte, slow from the riposte, you generally hit the go button. But instead, giving a lot of respect to a champion that he really likes at the moment. You see Xiong backing away.
Yep, he's pretty unhealthy. He's back in the bottom lane. Seems like Time and Kitty's having a much better go of bottom lane this time around. SMLZ last hitting nicely under the turret, but not applying nearly the same pressure that he was on the Corki as Icon. Continuing to take damage under this turret. Rookie will probably happily take a turret shot for a bit of damage here. But Icon, a little low on mana now, is going to have to be actually quite careful up against this LeBlanc.
Yeah, it certainly is. You see that blue is going to be started up for both junglers. Neither look like they're actually giving it over as of yet. See Kid, he's going to take that for himself because it helps Graves clear out a lot, actually. Wow, look how... That's obnoxious. It honestly frustrates me watching Graves jungle because nothing hits him.
Yep, just keep the minions back, kite them around. And the poor Grump just wants to give you a lick. Not going to happen. There's OMG down in the bottom lane. Still looking to get some traction. Seems like they pushed the lane back here. Just looking quickly across the CS early on. Xiong actually has a slight lead there in top lane, but nothing looking too unusual here. As both junglers have gone back relatively early for Tracker's Knife for Peace and double Doran's actually for Icon. So quite aggressive once again. Looking to really take it to Rookie there in mid lane.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see double Dorans into potentially Abyssals for both mid laners. See whether they can get any early game aggression going. Of course, Morellonomicon's great for a laning phase, but nothing really beats Abyssal's raw power in trying to find picks in the mid game. There's a nice orb. Chunks out Rookie.
Yep. Icon with a pink cord as well. He's going to do what he can. No aggression just yet from Sean down on the bottom side. Maybe where to start it off. 5 got pretty accurate hooks from what we've seen in his earlier Thresh games. And he's going to sneak in here. There is a ward, of course, that 5's on top of, but might be able to just brute force this one. Oh, never mind. Does sneak in, but not sneak in. And immediately backside. It looks like they did ping that there was a ward there. Ooh, charming a minion. Interesting.
Yeah, he thought that Rookie was going in for that distort straight away, so throws out the charm preemptively. No harm, no foul. Still very far behind his turret here.
Yeah, actually works the sigil off though, so does avoid that trade. Good orb there once again. As Kid looking for something here in that mid lane, but
he's waiting for the counter gank. You can see that they know where. Ooh.
Good chain. Gonna keep going in for it. Kid with the damage. That's gonna force Icon to flash out. And Schwan not there in time. He's gonna meet Kid, but 4 to 5. Don't know if I fancy this one. Graves just going to turn around and try and do the damage. Still aggressive here. So Chop does land. Rookie now level 6 is going to get himself ignited. Now going to come back in after that distort. 5's here as well, actually, as they are going to go in for it, and Thresh going to get first blood.
And that's a little bit of arrogance out of Rookie. Takes the distort back, thinks he can blow up Schwen one more time. Unfortunately, he cannot, as the rest of the bottom lane was rotating up out of OMG. First blood onto Rookie. And this is exactly what happened last time. He's starting to build his CS lead. You're waiting for the game to open up as now Xiang.
Good damage, actually. He's level 6 as well. Might even be a kill here. Repost needs to be timed very well, but the knock-up is there. Damage going to keep running. Good flash dash there from Zatai, but Xiang taking it to Zatai in lane.
Yeah, you can see 10 CS advantage. The tank stats beating out what is an early offensive purchase out of Zatai. Hasn't burnt the teleport to get back to lane. If we know Zatai, that's coming in a couple of seconds. And what I was going to mention, you know, it was a 12 CS advantage. Rookie had just got the flash out of the mid laner. Instead, he stays playing aggressive, loses a CS advantage, loses a kill even, and the game's wide open one more time.
Yeah, it seems like OMG are capitalizing on maybe some of these early plays.
Rookie roaming top.
Yep, grand challenge issue by Fiora Zatai. Doesn't actually need to use it. Xiang, sorry, will get chained up there as he does try and get himself out. Schwan, though, great timing on that one. Able to save his top laner.
And wow, that's a lot of wasted time. Big roam into the top lane. Looks like he actually burned a flash for it as well.
Yep, I think Zatai did use his. Didn't quite catch it.
No, so Rookie.
Yep,
Rookie's flash, so wow. It's a lot burn out of Rookie. You can see once again going for the Morellonomicon. Wants to dominate this lane, but it's just not working for him.
Yeah, Negatron Cloak now completed for Icon. That should be Abyssal first, as you predicted, but going to make Rookie's 100 to 0 that much more difficult, if not
impossible. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
Double Durant with a Negatron Cloak. Just not going to work out for Rookie. And you can see that he really does want to play aggressively in this lane, but when you give away an early kill like that, it just doesn't give you many options.
Yep, and you can see Ari happy to play back now with no summoners up. Does have the ulti, but happy to just let the wave push. Ari's got great wave clear. Rookie can't really bully him by just freezing the wave out because Ari can always break it. Charm looks for something there, but does not connect onto Rookie. But damage is there, and Icon's just like, whatever. Feeling pretty safe at this point.
Well, this is one of the reasons that...
Oh, wow, all in. Actually, really strong player for Icon. Needs to guess correctly. Rookie is that one. He does find the real one. And now Kiddies is coming in for it. Rookie goes back again to a distort, but a good knock up there from Kiddies. Chang will land in as he comes in, and now Schwan's going to move in for it. 5 also in the area. Great hook there. Lands in onto Kiddies, but Kid did get kicked out of the way. Box is put up as well. Everyone's in the mid lane today.
They still want Rookie. You see the Chuen dashes to that ward. SMLZ also here, and so much pressure being put into the mid lane because both of these laners just want to keep going off.
Oh, good tag maybe. Rookie forced back. That's actually delaying a recall. This might be mid lane pressure now. SMLZ has the ulti up as well, so it can cover any sort of escape or even just shove the wave out if he needs to.
See where the Kid ults the wave, honestly, on the next one. That's going down really quickly in the mid lane. They can't let another turret go down.
Certainly are going to keep pushing. No, never mind. They actually back away from that one. So good damage on the turret, but don't overcommit. Schwan now actually starting that blue buff, but does see a ward. Going to be able to take that out first. See if he holds this for Icon. Have to think he will. Icon's going to make his way back in. In fact, Schwann's going to give up on the blue for now. Take his Grump and then give blue once Ari's back in the area.
And this is a really close early game. One more time out of both teams. You can see it's 600 gold. That's pretty much the kill with a couple assists. Everything else dead even right now.
Apart from that, you can see Time. He was not. Is the only one actually not there in mid lane earlier on. Has gone back and got himself to Bilgewater.
They pinged out TBQ actually. He will get away with that invade. And now he's even waiting for Kid. This is brave.
This is brave. Doesn't really have any support either. LeBlanc can join very quickly. Kid started up the Raptors, but he's going to get them. Rookie once again getting aggressive. Icon even going to go back in for it. Ignite is down. Has found the ulti. He's not going to help him out there, but Rookie does dash away to safety. Even Xiang was down there in the mid lane. Every single time. It's just a coordinated roam trying to shut this mid laner down.
Yeah, and why not? You know, we've pointed time and time again to the fact that Kid should be a liability in the jungle. It's not his primary role. Just continue to visit his mid lane, the person you know that is going to play to carry, and see what you can get done. And it looks like right now it's leading to very big success for OMG.
Yep, Rookie going to stay there. Make sure he keeps his waves and CS up as Ari does go off to get blue buff. And like we said, the close to for time working out nicely. A much better game. SMLZ not quite able to strong arm the lane like he was in the first one. Although that seems to be happening, or it was happening in top lane, but even the ties brought that back. So scrap all that. 11 minutes in. Just that one kill, maybe two. As Schwann is up in the top lane.
3-man dive in the top lane, potentially about to eventuate.
Just to be careful. Do know they're spotted though, so might just back away from this one. In fact, don't even finish the pink ward. That's how uncommittal they are to that. And SMLZ in the bottom lane is getting aggressed on. All in there from Time. Does land the rend in. The box is down for 5, but Xiang has also made his way in. Needs to pick the right target. He does go in for Time. Is still hopping away. But don't know if they have enough lockdown. Hook will just miss. And Time gets out with a very nice 2v2 kill.
And more importantly, Zatai didn't have the teleport. He used it to get to lane one more time. That's why it was back in his favor. And the fact that Xiang gets nothing off that roam means that Zatai isn't punished for his greedy lane use of a team-oriented summoner spell, although with Zatai you never quite know at the moment.
And now mid lane Kid coming in, but Icon able to dash out of that with, I believe his flash actually did not have his ultimate, so had to burn the summoner there to escape. Good gank pressure there from Kid. And Icon might have to play a bit more carefully now. That's a pretty potent gank combo there in the mid lane.
And you can see that the support once again around the middle side of the map. 5 just wants to keep helping Icon out. And that means that Rookie cannot play aggressively.
No, and that's good, because that's all Rookie wants to do, is play aggressive into you. So I like the roaming here. It is giving perhaps some trouble in the bottom lane, as that all-in did go Time and Kiddies his way.
Double BF sword misfortune.
SMLZ does this every time, by the way. He loves this build. He's a crazy man. Look, the items he builds are fine, but the way he builds them is very SMLZ-esque, because Icon now in trouble. Ignited is probably not enough there, as Rookie did look for that all-in with Kid, but Icon's going to be safe for now. Cooldown's burnt everywhere in that mid lane. And Rookie going to even pop those ghosts. We'll spot Schwann, but probably no convert there, just making sure he doesn't die.
Trying to actually bait him in there for potentially a kick, because you saw that using the distortion, he dead.
Good land there from the Q. Weaves it through those minions. Has to get Kid out of the way. Might even get both here. Minions are helping out. Kid is going to turn it around. Gets the counter kill.
That cooldown must have been so close, as now Zatai
looks to be in trouble. Ulti already used actually, so Zatai going to move it back in. Grasp of the Undying helping out, but Zatai's going to lose that trade. Sunfire Cape a little too strong there in that exchange.
Teleport's still available for Zatai. Probably can get back up into that top lane relatively quickly.
But Xiang's going to work on the tower in the meantime. Hasn't taken too much damage, so nothing to really worry about here. In fact, Zatai might even teleport back and kill Xiang, given that he's quite low, but he's going to go for the port, and that's going to prompt Xiang to run away.
I feel like Zatai missed the fact that, you know, you're supposed to team fight, you're supposed to be a team player. That's the double teleport burn into the top lane at 14 minutes. Dragon should become a priority. Xiang's is nearly already back off cooldown as we take another look at TBQ. Getting in there, good kick. Gets over with a ward hop as well. Oh, Kid, some nice auto
Oh,
spacing.
Icon now getting jumped on as Rookie will take him out. Kid is low as Shuang will get the counter kill, but takes the lantern a safety. Nice movement there from 5.
Yeah, Flash is able to get the safeguard onto the lantern or the ward. Picks himself up a little bit of a heal as well. As it looks like Zatai might be able to put a bit of work into this top lane or won't be able to get it down.
Close though, Xiang though, going to come in for the immediate trade. Throws the buckler. And Fiora's back and will return to that lane now with Swiftness boots completed, so wasn't able to get back there in time after Zatai's somewhat greedy or somewhat selfish teleport play, let's say, did at least net him good damage in the turret. This is how Zatai likes to play. Wants to always be that big carry here. He's on Fiora especially. Doing decent on CS, going to have to really come up big in this game.
Here goes Lee Sin.
Yep, Swan right in the middle there, goes in onto time. Good ulti there, comboing with Misfortune. Going to move it in there. Actually, nice kick there, did save it as 5 starts to that fight all by himself. And Kitties can't last long, even with the ulti ticking. One more auto is good enough. Nice double there for OMG.
Yeah, great play. One more time out of 5, and TBQ able to get into that lane, very much affecting the other side of the map now. Spooky Ghost being used, however. Here we go.
Swan does get popped. Lantern's going to have to get in a safety now. SMLZ could be the target, but Make It Rain's going to maybe go at nice.
Kid's got
there
caught.
Kid's actually dead there as the burst comes out. Rookie tries to turn it around with a kill. Does go back in. The chain is going to miss though. Little too tricky. Forced to flash away. Shuang will not follow that cue. But that's 3 kills now, bottom lane for OMG.
Yeah, and that's once again greed out of the Invictus lineup. They're not respecting the players. As you have a look here, Kitty's so far up. He's in play distance. Instead it's a flash double play. Unloads with the Misfortune ultimate. TBQ kicks him in the head to secure a kill. Gives this one over to SMLZ because he understands other people need to start getting fed. And then it's the re-engage from IG that you really have to question at this stage of the game. You've already given up 2 kills. Why give over the 3rd? TBQ 3-1-3, putting on a clinic on Lee Sin.
Yeah, and once again, similar start to his Graves game. Intelligent pressure, able to be quite a bit more aggressive on the Lee Sin than he was on the Graves. And after that mishap in game 1, came up well. After no mishaps, honestly, in this game, it's coming up nicely with some bottom lane pressure. And SMLZ couldn't get it done himself this time, calls in his jungler for help, and TBQ comes up trumps.
And you know, that just swings the advantage. That's twice, 2 games in a row. First game, Rookie starting to get a handle on Icon. TBQ comes in, saves the laning phase, allows SMLZ to do his own thing. This time around, it looked like Time and Kitties were about to really put the burners on, try and put some distance between themselves and the Misfortune. One more time, TBQ give a lot of credit to 5 for setting up that gank, but it really was about Lee Sin arriving in the nick of time. And IG, they're not behind that far in this game. It's only 1,000 gold, 17 minutes in. But it's the mental pressure that right now OMG are putting on the lineup.
Yeah, we can see actual pressure here in the mid lane as well onto Icon, who's playing pretty far back. Oh, Mr. Vital there. Xiang going to pop back in. Fiora can't get out for a little while with the W's
there.
up. Here is Shuang. Good knock-up. He's going to combo. Oh, untargetable. Might still be enough to chase. The flash will saves the tie. Dragon, in fact, will go over to IG. And just a little early on that queue.
So in the end, it does actually matter. Didn't want to get in there as now Icon's being caught out maybe.
Kid going in, but actually a little too much damage taken there by Rookie as Ari popped the Foxfire. Turret's actually still all up on the map, so Icon diving straight in for it again. Rookie going to get counter all in. There's a tower dive now coming in. I believe there's still the kick left. No, they might have used it already, but knockback there. It's a little too much to tie. Could look for the 1v2 outplay. Vital exposed. That's going to pop the ulti from Fiora, and Xuan needs somebody to get back to, but he's not quite close enough. Energy a little low. He'll give it up to not give another kill over, but to tie 1v2 gets himself a kill.
Do not dive a Fiora if you don't have your ultimates available. No CC in the kit, really. That isn't telegraphed enough to be able to be riposted. In the end, Zatai shows why he's starting to make a name for himself as a very good top laner.
Oh, SMLZ pops that ulti, but almost gets killed by an Alistar with Fate's Call. Kid down in the bottom side is going to take what could be the first turret of the game and put Invictus Gaming back up in the gold lead, but OMG will hold on to it for now.
And Xiang teleported top lane. What the heck is going on? I am so confused by this game. Both top laners very aware.
Good grab, Kitty's forced to ulti.
They're both aware of what kind of split pushing monster Zatai can turn into. So time and time again, they're just going back top with their teleports. There's another one.
Zatai now back to lane. Will not be undone for his lane teleports. Now got a Fade editing with that Hydra done as well. He's starting to get quite big, actually. This could create some problems here for OMG if he does get the split push started.
So top lane pressure didn't work. Instead, let's just send 3 people back into Rookie's game.
Yep, don't think so. Schwan taking too much damage there from the Grave Xiang here as well. And that's going to be Poppy back to the top lane as Rookie's starting to really put the hurt on once more in this lane. Although Tower actually might fall first in the bottom. It is going to be SMLZ and 5. Hook there from 5 on the R-Star, managed to force them away, and that is going to give the first structure over to OMG.
Actually went to IG first structure, second one went to OMG. It was very quick.
So that top lane did go down. Good movement there from Zatai. Good charge there from Xiang though. Should disengage, but you can see now, Tower down in top lane, Xiang starting to feel the pressure in this lane. Fiora doing what Fiora does best.
And this is the difference between Windows and having that consistent sustain off the Hydra. Means that Xiang, sure, if he picks up a buckler, he can trade really effectively, but Zatai doesn't even have a window. He can just chase you for days and make sure he's continually pressuring.
A wide open door perhaps as Zatai could get the split push to work here. Rookie, good chain again. Icon can get chunked out, but he's trading well actually every time Rookie distorts in. Got to commit a lot of time to that chain, and the poke from just the Q and the ulti isn't enough through that Abyssal Scepter to do significant damage, so both mid laners playing it well. Rookie does have a slight CS lead right now. And Xiang's going to return to this bottom lane, maybe in time to save it. Looks like he will for now, but probably not going to last too many more waves.
Yeah, they pinged out that Rookie went back in the mid lane, so they're trying to hard shove that, see if they can pick up a structure for themselves. Remember that they had a 3-man group already.
Oh, Rookie now going to burst it in. He's dead. Very nice play there. Oh, safeguard might be enough. So lands it. Oh, he takes it, but he actually didn't save him. He just didn't die.
What the heck? That should have been a kill. Rookie burns everything to try and take Icon off the rift, but a nice potion. And now
Xiang's back to winning trades apparently as Zatai doesn't use the ulti. Poppy's ulti did not get burnt, excuse me. It was actually a dash out, blocked by the W that looked like a knock-up. And now top lane. Hello Kitties, but maybe trouble actually on the other side. Lancer not quite there for Schwan. He's going to have to disengage himself. Doesn't use the kick as 5 is trying to get them out of it. SMLZ pops down to make it rain. Kitty's actually already popped the ulti. Rookie's here as well, but that's time for OMG to make plays on the other sides of the map.
Yeah, it certainly is, and we'll see whether that will be the mid lane turret finally going down. You can see Rookie trying to pop over walls to get back there as fast as possible. A little bit of a misplay there out of Invictus Gaming, and now maybe they can look for another fight here.
Kitty has no ulti. He's going to get tagged up here. Fate's Calder is going to save him. Time able to pluck his support out of the perilous situation. Oh, dive in mid lane perhaps. No, too many members of IG here. There's just a lot of movement and playmaking is being attempted right now. Xiang going to get locked down though. That's going to be too much damage. That'll force the flash up, but another Chan has already landed. Does pop the ulti. Good disengage option there. IG will not get the kill they wanted, but they will get some summoner spells.
Yeah, they get the ulti, they get the flash, so in the end, pretty big net win, but they're also trying to take a blue buff, so OMG will take the mid lane turret. That's now 3 structures to 1. OMG need to be careful, IG need to be careful, starting to lose touch with the map movement around this game.
Yep, I think they're going for a bit more scaling as well. We do want Fiora to power up a bit more on the IG side. But he's close to that black cleaver. I see Luden's done for Rookie already, going back in again for Icon, but 5 there with the Lantern just to make sure nothing too bad happens. And Runan's also done for time, means that IG feel that they're ready to fight this time. Zatai is going to be the split push menace in the other side, so IG might just look for some 4v4 team. But so the Rookie's going on an adventure of his own.
He certainly is, acknowledges that the blue buff is on. He wants to catch Icon. This is almost frustrated play out of Rookie right now. Maybe Chuen will be the one to face check.
Does face check, does flash. That's actually enough. Good charm there as well. Ulti not quite enough from Graves to collect it as Kitties wants to die, but he gets played back. Beautiful play from 5. And now Kitties is caught between some turrets. Time is trying to wear them out, and Kid is going to get jumped on by Xiang. Can't get out of that Poppy W. He's just going to get the kill. And Icon back in. Will miss that charm, but double up is going to move in. Almost took out Kitties after the flash. OMG just ahead on every play. Flash
wow!
Does land there just at the end. Bullet time in, and SMLZ collects the kill.
What a play out of 5. Rookie can't even pick up.
Oh my god, he's going back in for a Schwan. Actually gets the kill with a kick. OMG playing circles around IG.
What the heck is happening? Now Zatai's in trouble. SMLZ going to pick this one up.
Flash force, flash follow, does get the kill. Crit on the end of the last hit with the golden guns. And OMG, this is the wrecking ball at this point.
And I said it, Invictus Gaming looked very frustrated. They go for the pick on TBQ, they don't get it. Then they dive a turret. They don't make that work. The huge turnaround because 5 and Chuen cannot miss a skill shot right now. And honestly, that is just a massive, massive overextension. And OMG make them pay.
Yeah, and they're going to take Baron off it as well. Kitty's potentially poised for a steal. Kid's almost in the area, but it's not going to be enough. The ulti was there, but good smite from Xuan does collect it. So let's watch this round again.
Yeah, so you see, good flash over the wall. They burn an ultimate, and they feel like we've used too much to not get anything off it. Good lantern means that Kitty's is taking turret shots. You mentioned it here. He was probably lucky that he didn't die to a double up, actually, as we see the flash taking it right on top of him. And from there, 5 flash hook onto a Callista.
With a wave coming.
Able to get it done. Rookie thinks he can get TBQ. He can't, has to go back. TBQ goes in, completely styles on him.
That was so sick.
This is a guy that, you know, people were calling an outright liability at Worlds, and he was, but not playing that way. SMLZ flashes the wall, takes out Zatai as well. And that was, honestly, like, that was just open season. Could do whatever the heck they wanted and nothing was going wrong.
And then amongst it, OMG get a dragon up for themselves as well, so starting to apply even more pressure as the Xuan and 5 show montage continues. That was just play after play from those two.
And you know, I was just happy with the hook. I was like, they got SMLZ, what a play. You throw the Lee Sin on top of it, you throw the aggression out of SMLZ, and in the end, you have a Baron buff, you have a Dragon.
Goodbye,
Zatai still doesn't want to group. We've seen this before.
Great zone from Xiang there as well, and they are going to go in for the fight. Perhaps Inhibitor vulnerable as Xuan gives it a cheeky tap, start kicking it right in the crystal. And this is going to be a take here. IG cannot fight. Far too far behind now. 6,000 gold down with bottom Inhibitor broken. Looking like another OMG victory could be on the way.
Yeah, it certainly does. You know, they were able to take out HYG. That's all we really knew about these two teams. That they were both better than HYG. However, right now, it looks like OMG playing on another level to IG.
Certainly are. And Xuan, once again, having another good performance on an aggressive jungler. Have to wonder what might happen if he starts seeing a few more bans. We did see a little bit of champion pool issues, perhaps, when he was on LGD, but doing just fine right now here on OMG. And the young squad getting more and more energy, it feels like.
What is LGD thinking right now? They're like, we've just dropped Chuen. He's gone to a new team. They've got infinity more wins at us. They're 2-2, actually, if they're able to pick up this win. This game definitely not over yet. But OMG looking fantastic.
Yep, certainly in this game. Seem to be back to some of their old habits here, even though plenty of fresh faces are lining out the roster. OMG now. Standard rotations up to the top side. Time to take more outers. And bottom is broken. Good luck, IG. 5 even, just aggressively hooking, zoning them away on Thresh. And that wave is mounting in mid and bottom. And Rookie just feels, like you said, desperate was the word you used. He's just trying anything he can on the poke here.
Yeah, there's desperation. There's a heck of a lot of frustration in his play. 1-3-0. He was bullied this game. Not by one player, but just by the whole team. Had a big target on him. Goes in one more time. Once again, though, Lee Sin lands the Q. If Rookie continues that, he's going to be chunked out.
Yep.
And Zatai is just playing this cat and mouse game of, I'm trying to split push all your lanes and save my team, but realistically, there's not much he can do.
No, he's going to recall, but OMG might just continue the shove here. Midland under a bit of stress, but nothing too major here, as IG probably prefer they just have everyone grouped up. As Baron has one off, he's going to make this siege actually pretty impossible looking. But one skill shot lands here, one charm, one hook from Thresh.
Yeah, I say it all the time about Lee Sin. All you need is a kick. Just one kick. And this game will be all she wrote right now. Shi Young, he's super tanky. He can probably even dive. Kid ult.
Oh, Rookie. Had to face check the W there from Poppy.
Here they
Kitty's
go.
not going in. Good 3-man pulverize, but Kitty's is low. Actually, Fate's called out. The Xuan just pops in with a resonating strike. Zatai lucky to avoid that next hook there. OMG force one low.
But they use 3 ultimates and nothing is expended on the side of OMG. You can see that they're now streaming into the base. They're going to take another inhibitor for their troubles, and there's not really all that much Invictus can do.
Yep, IG starting to run out of things to defend. Rookie just gets desperate and 5 takes him out. Now they'll keep going in for it. SMLZ though channels the ulti over the top. And Icon diving into the backside is going to take out Times the Tie. Is the next target. Reposts a whole lot there, but it's still going to get slammed into the wall by Poppy and taken away.
And that is a 4-0 in the end. Invictus Gaming, they will fall to OMG, and we said that this was going to be a clash of styles. Always has been in the LPL, and OMG come up trumps.
5 looking good as Schwan goes back in for one more style play. Cost him his life as he goes into the fountain, but a 2-0 victory for OMG to close out week 2 of the LPL.
And wow, for a young team, that was very impressive when you're able to shut down a superstar mid laner with good team play, always having the gank presence there. 5 always hanging around Icon's lane. OMG win, and they win at 2-0.
Yeah, a convincing 2-0 there with the members we may have expected to be a bit shaky or need to step up. Doing that, you said it, is a team victory there for OMG, despite strong moments from SMLZ, Schwan, and 5 all throughout the series. Even Xiong at the end there on the Poppy actually looked quite good against the tie. And Invictus Gaming crippled for sure as far as their current roster goes. But Rookie cannot be happy to be beaten like that with everyone in his lane. And Zatai looks completely out of sorts this game as well. Feels like IG are definitely still finding their feet.
Yeah, you see that man on your screen, Rookie, not looking too happy. Kid next to him, kind of thinking, I didn't sign up for this. Where's the AD carry roll? Give me some farm. But right now, Invictus Gaming, they need to go soul searching because, you know, losing against RNG, you can kind of accept that. But, sorry, they didn't lose. They beat EDG. They beat Hyper Youth Gaming, but losing against OMG really isn't something that this team would have been looking forward to. And TBQ, man, I want to talk about, win summer on LGD. Everyone still says he's a liability. They come second in a 5... Like, what people don't realize is before EDG won MSI, they went to 5 games against LGD. The LGD should have won, but Def crit someone 3 times in a row on silver. It's the most disgusting team fight I've ever seen in my life. LGD probably, yeah, good players crit more. And that was before the crit changes. So LGD nearly won that set as well. TBQ was on that team. Goes to Worlds, has a disappointing performance. Definitely agree with everyone there, but gets traded. And this is a guy that still looks like he has a lot left in his career, can definitely help out a young lineup, and had 2 blinder games.
Could finally be Loveling the return. We've always wanted Loveling to be back on OMG, and not even Loveling could come back on OMG sometimes, playing just not nearly the same. You need an aggressive jungler. Can't get him on XG. He's busy winning games on Royal. Sorry to tell you guys, but certainly here you can see the results of the day. A win for EDG. Man, do they look back when Khalil was on their team.
Why was he ever not? It's a real question. RNG also able to pick up a 2-0 over Hyper Youth Gaming, who still look like they're struggling, but credit to RNG. They outplayed them on lots of levels that game.
Still looking good, but this might be the surprising result of the night. We expected it to be close, and OMG maybe silence some of that here. A 2-0 victory. Close out all the matches here today and end our LPL week.
And OMG versus Invictus, I got to keep saying it, just always an exciting matchup in the LPL, and OMG able to get back to some old form. Really looked good.
Let's check out our standings. So these are for Group B. Royal still topping it at 4-0, 2 points clear of OMG, who now move into second actually at 2-2. EDG 1-1 with a series to play still against IG, so tied there. And then Vici and HYG at 1-2 and 0-3. Bottoming that group currently.
And Vici not going to be happy with that. With Long, with the pickup of Easy Hoon, they were definitely looking to make big waves in this group. Just hasn't been the case.
And of course, you can see our next matchups coming up next, or this coming Thursday now, I suppose. IG going to be taking on Vici as EDG against HYG. Should be a tough one for HYG, especially if EDG bring out the form they had today.
Yeah, certainly agreeing. You know, Invictus, they need to look to bounce back. Vici not really having the games they want either, but Invictus really would be looking forward to that matchup, saying that is one we have to now win.
Yeah, and I think both those teams actually are like, well, we kind of got off to a rough start. We picked up some losses that we didn't want. I think they're both looking like, you know what, this game seems very winnable for us. So it could be a very tough best of 3.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. And when you look down the line of how they're going to match up Rookie versus Easy Hoon, that's going to be exciting. But surprisingly, I'm looking forward to the Jungle Challenge because this guy just out-jungled Kid. Dandy is just as, well, he's a better player than Chuen, let's just say that. Going to look to give Kid another challenge.
Yeah, I think so as well. And Kid certainly being challenged, but it seems to be rising to some of these occasions. IG definitely have some things to clean up all across the Rift in all positions. But let's talk about Schwan for a second. We sung his praises a bit before. Let's continue to do so here. Great Lee Sin game, which is definitely what we expect from him on that champion.
Yeah, and the change of scenery to OMG, a much more aggressive team than how LGD methodically play the map. He just looks like, in these clutch situations, he wove that Q through, took Rookie out, tried to take the 1v1 afterwards. This is a guy that's playing with an air of confidence as one of the veterans on the team with Shi Young. Looking very impressive in that set.
And that's what he needs to do, and it's good that he's doing it. But I kind of raised the question at the end of that game, is that when those bans start to come in, and he does start to see some champion pool maybe get constricted, can he rise up on the other champions? Like, picking up Graves is actually good, because that's a current meta champion. And, this is the guy that used to default to Vi when his champions got banned away. So if he can be as effective on other junglers as the meta shifts, as maybe some bans starting to get pointed at him, that's when I'm really going to see the real Schwan.
Yeah, I agree with you in principle, but the other thing that you have to look at is if people are throwing 2 bans at your jungler, it doesn't even become about you anymore. It becomes about your team. If your team actually doesn't demand respect bans on very powerful current meta picks, if someone can ban a Lee Sin and a Graves against you, that means that, things like Rek'Sai are going to still be available, and the rest of the team should be 100% comfortable on what they're playing. So OMG arguably gets scarier at that stage.
Yeah, and I guess then it's just a matter of, okay, how's the rest of the team doing? How are these young players leveling up? How are they performing now that they've gotten a bit more experience? And that's the exciting thing about OMG. They have a very new team this time around. There's actually no original members of OMG left, with Cool seemingly on the bench, at least for now. And that's exciting. These new players that are starting to build a bit of a repertoire. Some of these more experienced players that want to prove themselves, like OMG with a 2-0, they're starting to get a bit more exciting as we get into the season.
Yeah, and let's talk about Icon just to wrap us up. That's a guy that, Cool versus Rookie would have been the highlight of this. Instead, they throw Icon into the starting lineup again this week, and Icon didn't take a backward step against arguably the best laning mid laner in the LPL at least. Rookie in lane is an absolute monster, and he had some help from the rest of his team, Icon, but certainly was able to rise to the occasion, and it was very impressive to watch a young guy go up against Rookie.
Have to agree, was looking good against a tough opponent, but that is going to be all for us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us, as always. For myself, Spawn, Atlas Rusty, and our production crew, join us Thursday for more LPL.